Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a build order guide for the Space Marines. I'm going to be bringing you today the 3 Lord build order. So, 3 Lords is basically the 3 commanders for the Space Marines. So the idea of this build is that we're going to rush to tier 2, so we can grab all 3 commanders and grab the upgrades for them and then absolutely demolish the enemy. So, let's hit play and see what goes down. So we're going to be opening up with 2 Space Marine squads, followed by the Servitor, the second Servitor, and a Chapel Barracks to begin with. We can see here we're going to be capturing up the strategic points as normal. Let's reveal that map and see who we're up against. We're up against Cerebral Kaiju, who's going to be playing as the Tau here over in a beigey color. So, back in the base, we've got our second Scout Marine squad out, capturing up those strategic points. Going to be placing down our plasma generator with that second Servitor. Now, as soon as this Chapel Barracks comes out, we're going to be grabbing our very first commander, which is going to be the Force Commander, and then moving this Servitor over to the listing post. There we go. Force Commander already coming out. Second, well, the first squad of Scout Marine squads going to be capturing up that strategic point up to the north now. So very simple stuff so far. Nothing too crazy. Armory going to be coming down now for us. Now this armory is going to be for the plasma gun upgrade for our Force Commander. It's such a good upgrade. Like, it increases the DPS by a huge amount. The range DPS, that is, for our Force Commander. So very, very strong stuff in. That's why we want to get the armory out as soon as we can. It increases the DPS of 2 out of the 3 commanders, I believe. I believe it's the Force Commander and the Librarian. We can see here our opponent is going to be moving out with his Tau Commander, trying to deny us from our strategic point. But our Force Commander is out. Unfortunately, not going the right way at this moment, which is a little bit unfortunate, because that does mean he's able to do some good damage onto our Scout Marine squads. But at this point in time, we're just grabbing our listing posts, and we're going to be trying to save up for tier 2 now. We can see grabbing that plasma pistols equips the Force Commander, Librarian, and all Surgeons with plasma pistols. Yeah, so 2 out of the 3 commanders can grab that upgrade. We can see we're able to push him back for the time being. Going to be re-grabbing that strategic point. So unfortunately, we did lose a bit of time with this strategic point. Not the end of the world, but he's definitely done a good job. Just delaying us slightly. Flamethrower on that Force Commander with the Fire Warrior team. Extremely long-ranged units. Is going to be pushing us back now, which is a little bit unfortunate. But our upgrade does come through with that armory. And as soon as we capture this strategic point, we are able to grab our Servitor and upgrade it with a listing post, which hopefully then we can grab tier 2 on. But he's hit us with a slow-mo, but doesn't have his Fire Warriors there to be dealing damage. Brings them in now, so quite a lot of damage being dealt there. The slow motion wearing off, but the Commander jumping in right there, dealing a lot of damage. So at this point in time, we're upgrading to tier 2. We've got a second plasma generator coming down here, because we are going to need quite a bit of power to build our units, to get our Grey Knights, to get our Librarian, to get our second commander from the Stronghold. But at this point in time, we're just capturing up some critical locations with the Scout Marine squads. We are... I think I sent my Scout units up to the north there. I think that was him dead on the floor. So, unfortunately, unable to grab that northern critical point, but we are grabbing that southern one, so better than nothing. But we see here moving out, trying to grab that listing post. Our Force Commander just going to be tanking up that damage while we're building this listing post, which then we can upgrade to tier 2, so we can get that nice little machine gun on there. Force Commander gonna have to come back in here, because our first Servitor does go down. Second one is able to get it up though, and there we go. Fortified position coming in. But upgrade comes through. We're tier 2. the chaplain immediately being queued. Unfortunately, can't queue up the librarian immediately. So instead, we're going to be going for the power fist, which increases the melee attack on the force commander and the chaplain. Unfortunately, that listing post having a lot of damage being dealt to it. Force commander just trying to get a little bit of range damage on there, trying to tank up a little bit of damage while that servitor repairs up that listing post while that tier 2 comes in. Servitor, there we go, is going to be going down, unfortunately, but we got a little bit of a repair, and now that machine gun is able to deal quite a bit of damage. Our upgrade has come in for the armory as well, so we can see a little bit of an upgrade to the melee attack. Well, and as soon as that chaplain comes in as well, we should be able to engage here. So we can see that machine gun really helping out as well. Also grabbing the upgrade on this listing post as well. But there we go. Both of our commanders, 2 out of the 3. Last one going to be coming in through the sacred artifact, which we haven't put down quite yet. You can see here, Vespid Stingwing has come in, but both of our commanders able to do some crazy damage here alongside with our machine gun on that listing post, and it is enough to keep him back for the time being. Unfortunately, listing post does go down. We're still holding the point though, and that's what's most important. We are gonna have to fall back for the time being. Both of our commanders still alive. Just falling back to this second listing post. There we go. Sacred artifact has now been built. We did have to make another servitor, unfortunately, because we did lose both over by this point. So at this point in time, it's not looking great for us. Our opponent has captured up a lot of the points on the map, which isn't the greatest for us, but it's not the end of the world because we're in tier 2. We've got 2 of our commanders. Third commander now coming through. There it is. Librarian has been queued up, and then we're grabbing our Grey Knights and another Space Marine squad. So we're gonna have a squad unit for each of our commanders. Grey Knight's gonna be going with the Librarian, of course, just for the psychic abilities. And then the Space Marine squad's going to be going with the Chaplain and the Force Commander. So we can see, really not in a great position right now. We're losing our Scout Marine squads. But it's all about when all 3 commanders come together. Because we've got all the upgrades in the armory for them. So getting those commander upgrades are really important. We see he's going to be moving down to the south now. Taking out that Scout Marine squad. Going to be losing another listing post here if we're not careful. We haven't got the upgrade on it, unfortunately. Bit of an oversight by me. Probably should have grabbed the upgrade. Had enough resources to do so. We see, look how fast he's able to take this out. But our army moving down now. The Grey Knights with the Librarian coming through. Going to be moving out with all 3 squads. And we can see, look how quickly we're able to destroy his army. While he's pushing back. Having to do his little jump move right there. Look at the damage we've done on him though. Having to completely fall back. I'm not sure where his commander... Oh, there's his commander. I was wondering where his commander's at. He's grabbing the missile launcher upgrade. Grabbing the relic on his side as well. And also going to be grabbing that critical location from us. But that doesn't matter. We've got a huge army right now. An extremely strong army at that. We're just going to be capturing up this critical location. Not going to be capturing it, just going to be denying it from him. Replacing that listing post. Grabbing a couple more Scout Marine squads just to be capturing up the points as we move forward with our army. I see there the Librarian going to be healing up our army nicely. Look at the health on all of our units right there. Very, very nice. Compared to his army, he's looking a little bit shaky. So we're just going to be pushing forward now. Though he does have his vehicle beacon coming with a Skyray missile gunship. He's also got his... he's already got one out. You see that with his missiles. But our army is so damn strong at this point. Armory upgrades really helping out with the health here. Grey Knights, look at that. 6,200 HP on these bad boys. Commander's in there tanking up all that damage. Really high DPS, really high health. And it doesn't look great for us right now, but it is. Like, we're not losing barely any of our army right here. We're in the crater, so we're taking reduced damage from like the gunships, from the commander. And we can see his army has just been completely obliterated. We're going to be under a little bit of fire from a Pathfinder team right here. He's going to be moving back with his Fire Warrior team, but he's lost his whole army. And now we can just move out with a few Scout Marine squads around the map to capture up all these points, to keep him on his toes. You know, get rid of the requisition income for him. Capturing up the strategic point here as well. And then at this point, we can just move into his base. He's not really got anything here to stop us from doing that. He doesn't have any of his upgrades on his listing posts. And we can see there his missile gunship did go down. He's got another one, though. But we're going to be able to take that one out pretty quickly. And we can see we've not really lost any units. I think we've lost 1 or 2 Space Marines, but easily replaceable. Got plenty of resources coming into the bank now as we're capturing up that relic. We've already got our strategic points back, grabbing the upgrades on all of them now. So going to be really upping our requisition incomes, and we can probably follow this with a, there it is, machine cult. Going to be able to maybe get a dreadnought or 2, maybe a land speeder. But at this point, the game is pretty much over. Like, he does have the win condition for the critical control points because he's got both the southern and the northern. But yeah, he's not going to be holding that for long. And there it is. He leaves the game, and that means we have won. So, let me know what you think of this build. This build is very, very good. There. Oh, I thought that was the victory for a second, but no, just a little bit of a lag. So, yeah, let me know what you think of this build. It's a very strong build, but you need to be careful of early rushes. Rushes is the thing that can really shut down your build. But if you're able to survive, like I did here, get all 3 commanders out, get a squad with them, I mean, you can just absolutely demolish your opponent. Like, lost barely any units here, and we would just be able to wipe out their base. Follow it with Scout Marine squads to just capture up all those locations behind it. And that's it, pretty much. So let me know what you think of this build. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you for some more Dawn of War content in the next one.